we come back to my place when I'm a
tell you what.
Yeah.
I had one of those big pints about
Yeah.
Lovely bit of cotton chip for your walk home.
Come on your way. Well passed. I want you home.
Hello, young lady. You look like a little company, what you say?
Oh, it's Johnson. It's Johnson. When I was at the market, he must have slipped his hand.
You must be starving after having simple. I've only stolen a piece of cod. Would you like some more? Only 3 pieces left. Come on, who looks who's hungry? I haven't seen you, so you've over the window, right? Oh, God.
Hell, Bill.
Oh, that's all.
I will stand there. We come back to my place when I'm a
tell you what.
Yeah.
I had one of those big pints about
Yeah.
This murder, where is it?
Evening to you too.
Tell us where, and I promise I'll play nice.
Us?
Yes, us.
I heard. She were found on the doorstep at a working men's club.
Do you know where that is, Mary?
I do.
Then we must hurry. We need to make our way to the front as best we can. I must be able to see. What is it?
What if it's her?
You do not face this alone, Mary.
It was 40 minutes past 12, the time you went outside for some fresh air.
About that, yeah. So, as far as I could see, I was out in the street for about half an hour.
And you didn't see anyone, hear anything that had aroused suspicion?
No, sir. While I was out, nobody came into the yard, and nor did I see anybody moving about there in a way to excite my suspicions.
Thank you, Mr. Lafe. If I've any more questions, I shall... Please excuse me a moment, sir.
That's the fool who tried to turn himself invisible.
He did what?
Suffice to say he was caught toying with things he shouldn't.
Oh, you're like a fly on shit, you are.
What are you doing here? And with Mr. Jenkins's dog?
That's my business, nor yours, Mr. Leach. I need to see the body.
You're cakey, you are. The coppers only let me in after the surgeon allowed it.
Shame I can't make myself invisible. You'll just have to help me instead.
Fat chance.
Oh, Mary, think of something.
As I recall, Mr. Leach, you owe me a wee favour. It'd be an awful shame if we had to speak of your more wicked deeds in front of these policemen.
Now, Mary, no need for that. Let me see what I can do. Oh, Constable!
Do I want to know what it is you did?
Not unless you want to end up in jail with me.
What is it, Hack?
This young lady has informed me she might know the deceased and may be able to assist in the identification.
We've heard it all before, so pardon the question, miss. Do understand it ain't me intention to offend. How do you think you know the woman?
I believe it to be my sister, Constable.
Pardon me again, miss, but that'd be the third sister to have appeared in the last hour. I doubt that...
Oh, please, sir. Be kind. Me heart dropped like a stone when she didn't show at home. It ain't like her to be out past dark. I won't cause no trouble, honest. I just need to know.
Please, miss, try not to cause more of a scene. Come through now and I'll inform the surgeon.
Cool, you do frighten me, Mary Kelly.
No, I have the best intentions, Mr. Leach. Much unlike yourself, I imagine. Back to work now, there's a good chap. How are we going to do this? I can't be seen eavesdropping or they'll have us out for sure.
Look busy, Mary. I spy a witness even the brightest of the bluecoats will have overlooked. Back in a moment.
All was well. However, you found her safe.
I did, sir. All I did was to run indoors and ask where my missus was, because she's of weak constitution. I did not want to frighten her.
And you left the horse at the side door. You didn't move it?
No, sir. I feared for my missus, and went as quick as I could. Her's well behaved, so it wasn't a problem leaving her there.
Thank you, Mr. Demetrius.
Sir, I was told to speak to you, sir.
Not now, please.
The constable were the one to let me through, sir. Said I could help identify her.
Actually, it is quite irregular for an identification to be made at the scene.
I live local, sir. I was troubled when a friend of mine didn't come home. Please.
Very well. I have concluded my initial inspection. Just do not touch anything. Look only, please. And keep a hold of the hound.
I need you to tell me what you saw.
Too dark to see, dog, but could smell.
What? What was it?
Blood and death. Strong it was. Something not from death, too. Something strange.
Strange how?
Not from us. Not from them. Not a people scent, neither. It is gone now.
When did it leave?
When we came, my master and I shouted. I was frightened.
You did well. Thank you.
So, what of it?
Merlin may have been startled away. Highly likely, given his weakened state. I must inspect the body.
You've gone balmy. How do you expect me to get you near?
You've been resourceful thus far. What's one more obstacle? You all right?
I think I knew her.
Are you positive?
Oh, how awful!
Do get a hold of yourself.
Oh, I'm feeling so queer. Doctor!
The skirts remain in place. Another godsend. So unlike the others. She looks as though she sleeps. A blessing. The body is still warm. What are these? The scent is overpowering. Licorice? Lozenges for the throat, perhaps. The dress has been unfastened at the neck. I smell the surgeon's touch. That monster has slit her throat, just as before.
Look at that, Doctor. All better now.
So I see.
I know her face.
Mary,
She weren't the one I touched, Lady Fey, but I still knew her all the same.
Rest assured there will be time to pay your respects.
What of the body?
There was nothing taken. Merlin must have been interrupted.
Dr. Blackwell, sir, they've sent a runner from the city. There's been another, a woman.
2 dead in one night. Johnson and I will proceed with our inquiry here. The city is well out of our jurisdiction.
Was Mighty Square, sir, just off Fenchurch Street.
Dr. Brown, then. Best keep the police cordon. I fear they'll come in droves when the city wakes to the news.
Yes, sir.
I fear this may be the one.
Steel yourself, Mary. I smell the monk's hood. Quickly, we must push on.
You're sure this is the way? This ain't the route I would have taken.
Well, you aren't a killer with an entire city on your heels, are you?
That's one way of putting it, I suppose.
The monks had led us this way, I'm sure of it. I hate this city. I hate it, and Mary, look.
Won't you stay with it?
I fear abuse is caught here alone. The words will cause riots.
They are not your most immediate concern. Do your best to keep the rain from it. I must take this to the station.
You must think of something.
I'm not sure I can.
Anything?
Oh, God. Good morning, sirs.
Morning, miss.
Is there something wrong?
Nothing that need concern you?
Is that so? Then if you'd be so kind as to step aside, I must get to my bed.
You live in this block, miss?
Clever girl.
That I do, Constable. 2nd floor. That one. Right there.
May I ask where you've been this last hour, miss?
Oh, my dog. You see, she was quite restless. I've been walking her to try and get her to settle.
You've been out alone since you left?
I have, sir.
Did you happen to see anyone?
Of course, sir. There were passers-by, but we weren't bothered by no one in Golson Street.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, sir. Why? Is something wrong?
It's not our intention to alarm you, miss, but there's been talk of murders in the night.
I had no idea.
Indeed. Now, if you've not seen a soul, as you say, then can you...
Oh, sir, this talk of villains has jogged my memory.
It appears to have been applied with chalk. If so, it must have been written recently to have been seen by so few. The police were wise to protect it. Jews. A misspelling, though I cannot tell if it was done with nefarious intent. Surely Merlin would not have had time for this. It is a ruse, perhaps. The cloth in the constable's hand must have lain here. The ground beneath is dry. Did Merlin discard it as he fled? The beast has been here. I know it.
And it was everywhere.
Miss, please, no more.
If you've got nothing to contribute.
That's all I remember, I'm afraid. However, I may recall something in the night, sirs. I so often see visions of this and that when my eyes are shut.
Can we take a name?
Have me down as Sarah.
Good night, miss.
Sirs? Constable?
He's one of ours, sir. You've news?
From above, sirs.
Pay her no mind. Go on.
An order to remove the writings, sir. Remove it? Are you quite sure? Oh, yes, sir.
But it's yet to be photographed.
The order comes direct from Sir Charles Warren himself.
Is this a put-on?
Those are the orders. Our hands are tied here. Constable Pike, sir. Fetch a bucket and brush from the station. We cannot leave the writing unguarded. Yes, sir.
I cannot, in good conscience, allow this to happen. The writing is key evidence. This is... it's wrong.
You heard your man, Bettles. Order comes direct from Sir Charles. I, for one, would rather like to keep my job. Wouldn't you?
That's not grounds to destroy evidence.
You said it yourself. There will be violence in the streets come dawn. Now, you do your duty, and I'll do mine.
What do you make of this?
The whole debacle is subterfuge on Merlin's part. He's leading the police elsewhere.
The Jews? Surely he wouldn't.
The man is guilty of a great many wrongs. What is one more? The scent continues from here.
Best leave now then, before more blue bottles show up.
Word travels fast in London, it seems. We've been beaten to it.
In that case, perhaps we should go home.
But we have just arrived. The woman in there... Oh. We have done this before, and we can do it again. Stay calm, repeat the charade, and you'll be just fine.
All right. Let's get this over with.
Need something?
No one can come into the square just now, miss.
Oh, please, sirs. I fear I know the woman in there.
How so, miss?
I fear that is my sister lying there. Ma said she never came home after lighting up.
We ain't wet behind the ears, miss.
See any green in my eye?
I swear I knew her. If only you'd allow me to look.
Join the queue of our other sisters, cousins and acquaintances, miss. Line starts over there.
I take your general despondency to mean that we failed.
They weren't having any of it.
Without your reporter friend to aid us, we must devise another plan. And soon.
Surely, man, you must have heard something.
On my word, sir, not a thing. As a rule, I can hear the footstep of the policeman as he passes by every course of an hour. So the woman could not have uttered any cry without my detecting it.
And what of you, Constable?
Nothing, sir.
Sakero was correct then. I'll be damned.
Everything, all right, sir?
Yes, fine. This cannot have occurred long ago. The body is warm to the touch. The assailant could not have fled far.
We saw no one, sir. Holland and Harvey will say the same.
I cannot comprehend how this has happened yet again.
TC. Oh, Mary. It was bound to happen. The doctor is correct, it seems. There is still colour to her skin. He cannot have gone far. Ah, you dreadful villain. The innards have been placed beneath the arm, as if by design. But why? Oh, the poor creature. Surely, Merlin, there was no need for such heinous violence.
The villain is a beast indeed.
Sir?
A trophy, Constable. I believe something has been taken from the deceased. The kidney, perhaps. A grisly keepsake indeed. I cannot be certain until we move the body for post-mortem.
That bastard!
Easy, lads. It's just a blasted dog.
Still in one piece, then?
Yes. The doctor believes another trophy to have been taken, the kidney. The organ is known for its cleansing properties, perfect for this kind of wicked practice.
Was it her?
I'm sorry, Mary. You did the best you could. We both did.
No, we didn't. We dossed around drinking and the like while that poor soul...
Mary, please.
Oh, it's happened again. I warned her. I fucking told her. She wouldn't listen. Why don't they fucking listen?
Now, don't do anything stupid.
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't do this!
Mary! Mary! I may or may not have lost Mary. Where did you get that?
Do you dream, milady?
Du Lac.
I dream dark, dejected torments of a man who wears my face. Or is it I who wears a mask?
You don't know of what you speak, Du Lac. It means nothing.
The truth, Morgana! If it is even within you to grant such a mercy! Or shall I continue on as a fool? Tell me!
I only ever wanted to protect you.
Protect me? You endeavor to protect only yourself.
That is not true.
Pray tell, what is?
You were the apple of Arthur's eye, the glory of Camelot. But you were a man, Du Lac, immortal man, driven by wants and desires. A weakness I preyed upon. To break my brother's heart was all it would take. So I glamoured you in Arthur's image and sent you to Guinevere's chamber.
My queen, I could never do that.
After, I think she knew. But it was too late. I told my brother of this awful truth while he slept. And he awoke a ruined man.
He confronted me.
You fought. Your fellow swords rallied one final time to avenge their king. You never stood a chance.
It cannot be. I remember loving him. He was my light, my king.
Du Lac, please. Must I go on?
Yes. Finish.
Arthur was never supposed to die, Du Lac. I only wanted the kingdom to fall. It would be just the two of us, together again, as it should always have been. I wanted you to suffer. I don't know how it happened.
Name of Avalon, tell me it was not you.
I gave you life.
No!
It was an accident. Terrible accident. It is why you do not remember, my friend. You were like a child. I had to teach you everything. How to eat, how to sleep. So much time passed, I had hoped it was all behind us. But your mind was growing more agile, and one day you asked me what had happened. The coward in me thought of absolving myself, blaming Arthur for everything, but I couldn't. So I remained the villain, punished for her crimes.
And I became the hero.
I couldn't risk losing you to darkness. I needed you, Du Lac. As you are now, surely you must understand that.
I understand. You were as selfish then as you are now. It was my life, Morgana. Mine, however wrong. Who does this now make me?
You, Du Lac. You are yourself.
A monster who can never be slain.
Christ. Du Lac. Du Lac. Du Lac? Anyone?
Oh, she looks like death.
They say she knows the killer.
Freak.
Who does she think she is?
Poor.
Never did trust her.
Only good for one thing.
Mary? Mary? It's late. You should be on. I wrote something. Well, I had a bit of help, but the words are mine. I wanted to read it to you. Dear Mary, I don't like seeing you sad. I wish you would be happy again. Love, Kitty. P.S. I miss reading with you. It's not very good, I know. I probably made mistakes and all. Please, tell us what's wrong, Mary. Maybe I could help. Is it Mr. Jenkins? He's left, ain't he? His dog and all. Pretty thing she was. Everything'll be all right. Kitty, please. I thought I could help. They told me they could, but I can't. More will die and it'll be my fault. My fault. Oh, God. Please. You shouldn't be around me, Kitty. Don't say such things. You're a good person, Mary. Always knew you were stupid. I ain't stupid. You know why? 'Cause you showed me I ain't. That's right. When no one gave a brass farthing for me all my troubles, you did. You taught me to read, and now I can. It's like this whole other world's opened up. It's like I can see things that weren't there before. That's all because of you. No one else. Mary, what's wrong? They were a classroom. There were children. You're their teacher. Don't be daft. I can barely write my own name. Kitty, I seen it. It's you. Mary, I think you should go lie down. No, there's no time. I have to go find them. Who? Sir Lancelot and Lady Fey. Of course you do. How silly of me. Oh, it's worse than it sounds. I'm sure it is. Be careful, Mary. I'll be fine. Oh, you know they ain't in the bells no more, don't you? Waldron were right cross when they upped and vanished. I've got an idea who might know.
I'm afraid your journey has been wasted, Miss Kelly. Du Lac refused his company.